What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is Das Expanse, Season 4, Episode 5, Oppressor.
Bless you.
We're almost halfway through Season 4. Clarus, how you feeling about it?
Good. Good. There's some shenanigans happening.
There are.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be honest. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is the strongest season so far. Mm-hmm. I think that like 3 and 2, I would put this on par with like Season 1.
Yeah. That's fair. Which we still really like Season 1. Like yeah. That's still good. But it's not quite as tight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that at the end of this episode, we'll be halfway through Season 4. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping we tighten up a little bit because I like the characters. I like a lot of what is happening. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited to see the show kind of narrow in on like what it's trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But if you want the full length reaction, you have to go to patreon.com/nerdynightly because that's where we do that over there. For now, we're just going to watch the episode, and I hope you stick around because it's going to be another good one.
Mm-hmm.
This powerful stuff.
You sure that remote even working?
I wired it myself. It will work.
Oh, this woman literally built the bombs. Okay.
Whatever happened there for? No!
Oh my god. She's definitely in the NFL's concussion protocol now.
Big surprise for landing, eh?
They got it coming then.
Yeah, hilarious. Murder.
But Holden will take care of it.
That's right. Holden's not gonna let anything happen to them, I promise.
He's sort of like Jesus. He takes care of people.
Yeah, he has these weird visions. Don't ask him about it.
He's connected to the Holy Spirit, maybe? I don't know.
You know, in a different context, this could be kind of fun. You think you could take on all my men by yourself?
Not a shot.
He's done some crazy shit.
Fucking weird.
Settlements in lockdown. No one outside their quarters unless Chief Mercury says so.
I don't give a fuck what Mercury said. Where's my crewman?
Sir, we have a situation.
I'm well aware. You're saying we need to evacuate?
Yes, immediately.
Unlock him.
All right.
To evacuate everyone into orbit, then RCE will do whatever it can to...
God, they are so fucking kinky.
Evacuating the Belchers is easier than shooting them.
I know. You people act like I'm the bad guy here.
Yeah.
Squatters drew first blood.
And you used it to justify murder.
But I'm the bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated.
Maybe I just got that kind of face.
No comment.
There's a reason he gets typecast.
I just love that they're like, hey, everyone on this place is going to die if we don't evacuate. And Amos and her get so close immediately. They're like, it's kind of hot that we could die.
Yeah, it's super hot.
Relax your shoulders. Just talk to me.
This is a waste of my time. Who the fuck?
That'll loosen her shoulders.
We need you to come off as more approachable, nurturing. The caring family matriarch. It tested me.
Get the fuck out.
Way?
Yeah, is she gonna be a problem?
For who?
Ship was able to kill it, but the next thing could be a lot worse, and there will be a next thing.
You have no way of knowing that.
He actually does.
But if we leave, they'll never let us come back. You go if you want to.
Well, fuck.
The islands where all that weird lightning ended up started putting off heat like a supervolcano on a planet with no volcanoes.
That's bad.
Probably.
I don't even think probably.
I want to hear about this alien technology. Every detail.
What the fuck you're gonna do with it?
Yeah.
You have like 12 people.
You don't have Miller.
True. Aw, she doesn't feel like shit for the first time in weeks.
Right.
What a gift.
We've all been there.
Your boss, Mercury, was shooting at me not long ago.
He's not my boss. And...
Is he not the boss of this?
He is. He was like... He's like taking command, and this dude's not happy about it.
Yeah.
It's true then. What they saying about you and Coop? Scotty, the others?
He didn't know?
All these terrible things you've done. They didn't save us. All they did was destroy the only thing we had left.
Damn, Steve.
Hey. There might have been a reason you were strapped down. Is she just gonna let herself bleed out? Oh, that's so awful and dark and ugh.
Wow.
Watching your ass is always a good idea.
Oh, you're hitting on me?
Not right now.
Disappointing.
So weird.
What? Yeah, why are you patrolling through them? Just stay on your side of the fucking camp, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my sweethearts.
What the fuck do you want?
Wow, well done. You guys were so ready. Patrolling like fucking idiots.
People think their big guns make them invulnerable.
You seem angry. At me?
Holden's like, the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
It's just...
Complicated. Need to know. None of my business. Enough of that shit. You are connected to this, and you are withholding information.
Yeah. More than you know.
Were those gunshots?
Great.
Is this just us, or is she broadcasting this?
I don't see why she wouldn't. Chances are tomorrow it'll be all over the news feeds back home.
And no word about the bombs that they've thrown, the bodies they've stacked up.
It's amazing how he's not able to see how this is all his fault.
I know. It's truly impressive.
But I am going to gas every belcher in the camp. Anyone I find with a gun is going to be disarmed and restrained, and the rest will be kept sedated until they can be taken up to their ship and sent on their way.
That's a war crime.
Ask if you have any objection, but I honestly don't give a fuck now.
Cool. Everything's fine. Everything's great.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What we need now is leadership that can embrace the possibilities while managing the risks.
That was not an answer.
They never are. Have you watched a debate?
No, I know, but...
The real danger was that it was about to kill everyone on Earth. That's a good question. And here is my answer. The same way I did last time.
The problem is when you cast actors as politicians, they act way better than politicians can,
Yeah.
and...
Don't decide for them. Tell them the truth and let them decide for themselves.
Thank God for Naomi.
I know. Everyone needs a Naomi.
Yeah, all right, I'm not trying to intrude upon you or nothing. I just thought you might enjoy a little.
Yep. Oh, God.
Now!
Our rocket scientists who are also doctors.
I mean, when you're in space, you kind of gotta be a little bit of everything.
Oh, my
Wow,
God.
that's...
Oh. Hey.
Where's that line, Naomi?
I'm working on it.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, that wound.
It's like flying a ship. It's fine.
Oh, my God. Next time on Grey's Anatomy.
Thank you.
I'll start the cleanup.
That was stressful.
Yeah. Yeah.
This episode's very stressful.
Yeah.
It's a lot bad. And then Avasarala being a fucking hilarious debate winner.
Right.
If Mercury orders you to go in, don't go.
Nice working on the same side for once.
Fuck that. Not gassing anybody on Mercury's orders. I just don't want to see you get shot over this.
Aw, he cares.
I'm unarmed!
Oh, shit. Me and him.
I have already requested changes that would close that loophole and make the system fair again.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
If we kill it now, there's a 3% chance the debris field will compromise.
Or maybe we blow up a ship full of innocent civilians who just called for help.
Everything's awesome in this episode.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's Inaros. He sold that shit.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. Great. 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 Shit.
It was bad timing. It could have happened to anyone.
I mean, not really. It can only happen to someone who's running for leader of the planet. Anyone in that is doing a lot of work for two. There's two people running. It literally could have only happened to Avasarala.
Rescue them for a price later. And it wouldn't look like piracy because they'd be so grateful that we saved them.
Pretty good plan.
Because the man I loved, the father of my child, used my code to overload the reactor. We killed 516 people.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There is a path from where you are to where I am. All we did was buy you a little time. You decide what you want to do with it.
Fucking great scene.
Yeah.
Let's go, Naomi.
Fucking hell. Everyone needs a Naomi.
Literally.
Remember when she
I just
like
wish she didn't have to go through much awful shit.
I know. Remember when she hit the protomolecule and we were like, no, Naomi.
I started being contacted by a man I knew who died on Eros. The protomolecule was somehow projecting him into my brain.
The fuck?
That thing in his head is giving him answers.
Or he's just a crazy person with a few lucky guesses.
I don't know how lucky you can get turning on billion-year-old technology multiple times.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey!
The problem is that like he told them the truth, but it doesn't. Nothing he says really like helps.
No,
like,
no.
It doesn't give anyone a place to go. It doesn't scare them enough.
Yeah. Because Holden doesn't have enough information. He's like, I don't know, it might stop, it might get worse. Literally anything could happen. Like,
but it's this episode, so something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Something bad is happening in Oz. Something bad.
Right.
Is happening in Oz. Oh, fuck.
Cool.
No, you know what? It's fine. It's just a massive super explosion.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, that's fine. They have a few minutes to get off the planet, right?
God, this show's so fucking stressful right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very stressful.
That whole episode, like nothing was good in that episode. I mean, like the acting and like the writing and the staging and the filming and all of that, lighting, sound design, that was all good.
the events that happened are not great. Not great.
Does Mercury have that kid?
I think you're supposed to think that he does, but I don't.
I just can't imagine he's holding a kid hostage and is able to sit next to Holden and be like, "How am I the bad guy?"
Yeah.
Like he's crazy and like he's an asshole, but I don't think he's insane enough to be that straight-faced about thinking that he's the good guy if he's holding a child hostage.
Yeah, like I'm like kind of worried that she's like stowed herself away in their supplies because she knows that they're leaving and she wants to go to school. And if she stays on the planet, her mom's not gonna want. So it's gonna look like he's kidnapped her, but like.
But she did it to herself.
But she wants to leave. Maybe?
I dig that.
Question mark. That's my only guess.
Yeah, no, I dig that.
Because I feel like having Mercury kidnap her is kind of just like obvious but also at the same time like he truly believes that like he's not in the wrong, and I think that he must have some lines that he's not going to cross. But I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to tell. He's interesting.
One of the things that I'm interested in the show right now, because it's fun to think about, right, is that their society is one that is clearly not working on Earth, right? And there's not enough jobs, and there's all these people who want jobs, and I guess the one of the elements of the debate that didn't quite work for me, scene, was just because I'm not really sure I understand what the benefit of having a job in this society is.
So everyone is on universal basic income, right?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Which is like enough to get by. But people want more out of their lives. They want to feel like they have a purpose. They want to be able to buy things. They want to be able to further their lot in life. Like they just want more than the basics, which is like when we talk about universal basic income in our world, the government's like, people are lazy. They're just gonna take handouts and fuck off. And I think that the Expanse has kind of taken the view of absolutely not. Humans are more than that. We want more than just like the scraps, right? That we want a legacy to leave behind. We want people to love. We want silly things like vacations and glamorous stuff maybe, or we want to learn and research and like feel like we're doing something to better the world around us.
I totally understand all that. I'm not arguing with like human desires. I'm confused. I think I don't think the show has set up for me personally, and maybe it's just that I missed something. The state of human society on Earth. And I don't think that has ever been a focus of the show. And so I think that it is now...
I'm going to disagree with you there. When Bobby was on Earth and she snuck out, she was kind of like wandering through the gutters. I think that's how a lot of people live.
Totally. What policy change could fix that?
Well,
and that is where like...
I mean, yeah, that's...
But you know what I mean? Like that's where the debate scene, I think... I agree with Gao, right? With her opponent, like, well, we need to go to space.
Yeah, we need to be colonized.
We need to go, colonize these planets. Yeah. I understand how that is the ideal to get. Like, we finally have a place to put all these people who don't have anything to do,
and give them a purpose, maybe.
And I guess what I'm confused about, and what I don't think the debate scene got into for me is why that is so pressing that we shouldn't figure out if it's safe first. Like, Gao doesn't seem to have an answer, and it's because they're not really talking about that. The scene only wants to be so long, right? And so they just get into the basics of, like, I think that we need to do this safely, and I think we should just go. And I guess I just wanted the debate to go to that next step of, like, what is the risk reward of this? What is the actual like calculation of setting humanity on a path to colonize those systems, but also ensure that we don't have an Eros rocketing back at us?
I think it's because everything right now is at a standstill in terms of exploring the other planets, except for what Holden is doing, right? Because Avasarala sent him personally.
Yeah.
And so to everybody else, in the world. It looks like nothing is being done. They're waiting in space, waiting in lines, like, you know, waiting, like running out of supplies, running out of money. Like, there are these people who want to go on expeditions and stuff, but there's this, like, kind of red tape in the way that no one really understands the purpose of, because I don't think anyone knows what the fuck Holden is up to. No one knows that Holden has this connection. Like, we as the audience know the dangers of the protomolecule, and people are stupid and people are impatient. They forget. A tragedy happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Months later,
that
like,
is very true.
People forget. People get impatient. People want things now. They're ready to fucking damn the consequences and, you know, do something with their time.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, like, what you're saying does also make a lot of sense, because, but, like, I think maybe you put too much stock in people.
I think that it just is for me that in terms of the narrative of this show, I am very interested in what is happening on Ilus.
Yeah.
And I am, like, very much invested in that plot line.
Yeah.
And I don't find myself caring as much when we cut over to Avasarala and her stuff.
Yeah.
Partially because it is weird, right? Because of how long it takes to get anywhere in space, in order for Gao's propositions to change anything, that change won't come for like a year in show.
Well, I mean, if she got elected, I can't remember when the election is, but say she gets elected next week, she has the power to cut that red tape, and the people that are already waiting can just go.
Still have 8 months to get to their planets.
Sure, but they are now they are in space waiting, sitting there waiting to get a move on.
But my point is that right now the show has this very tense thing happening.
Yeah.
On a planet that is involved in like the plotline of past episodes.
Yeah.
That is invested in this protomolecule stuff, and then it is cutting to a political debate about what the next like 12 months of a bunch of characters we don't know's lives is going to look like.
Yeah.
Like the show.
And that's why it's less clean than I think other seasons, because the two feel more disjointed. And similar to season 1, where what was happening on Earth didn't really feel like it was as important, or that we were as interested in it as what was happening with, our crew. And so I think that is kind of, the season 1 of that is kind of reflected here in season 4, because it doesn't matter as much, and yet it is the function of the world. And like, I do appreciate that this show really leans into a lot of realistic tendencies, including like, what does this mean for the people? So
it's just, I think one of the interesting things about it is that. And maybe it's that I'm getting too ahead of the show in my brain, but I know that the events that unfold between Holden and everyone on Ilus are going to impact the Earth plotline.
Right, so you're like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's kind of that element of like, there's not enough tension in the Earth plotline for me, knowing that it is going to get thrown off soon.
Although if Avasarala loses office, what the fuck does Holden do?
Nothing. He's 8 months away. Like, it would literally take a year and a half for anything to change in his plotline, and
he would get a message being like, you need to leave right now.
Yeah, but it's still going to take, no one's going to be able to get there to move him. I think that that's the thing. I think that the Ilus plotline is literally like, the danger is within the next hour. And so the show feels a little disjointed, because the people on Earth don't even know what's going on there.
Fair, yeah.
And they're like, we're going to have... And I don't know. I liked it,
even the people there don't even understand. They're like, well, it might be dangerous.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I felt very invested in all of the Ilus stuff. I thought Naomi had some of her best acting scenes in the show so far.
Absolutely.
The reveal about what went down between her and Marco, it was fucking unreal. Amos and that girl had some of the best, very serious comedy relief. It didn't feel like it totally took you out of the world, but it like felt...
But it was funny.
Yeah, it was comedic relief without being like goofy or destroying their intelligence.
Yeah,
and I thought that was really well handled.
Yeah.
I actually kind of liked Mercury in this episode. Not like liked him in that I approve of him, but I just haven't really dug him this season.
Right.
I've just been kind of like, I don't really get what you're doing, dude.
Yeah.
This episode was, in my opinion, the best showing of him as a character. I felt like he embraced being a villain a little bit more here, and it came, and I think part of that is the opening revealing that she was actually, like, they actually did blow it up on purpose, and, you know.
I mean, yeah, it was very interesting that, like, what that she thought was the plan, like, that things happened so quickly.
Because the plan was just to destroy the landing pad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and not hurt anybody, and then that guy was like, I'm just kidding, and I was like, that sucks. Like, because it's still her, like, fault, but she didn't, like, the situation changed, and she wasn't, she tried
the fuck
to,
out.
yeah, that's not her fault. She did try and stop it, and because she couldn't do it, like, people died, and that sucks.
Yeah, I think that him straight up, you guys really think I'm the bad guy speech was really great, and, like, played into...
Oh, but I'm the bad guy.
Yes.
Am I the villain?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Yes.
And the reason why he is because, look, the three guys who blew up his ship are also the villain, right? Like, I'm not saying they're guiltless.
Yeah.
But him deciding to do what he has done without giving anybody a trial is bad.
Yes.
Like, being the judge, jury, and executioner of a situation is bad. That is villain behavior. That's just what it is,
behavior.
right? No, it just is villain behavior.
Yeah.
Like, in every situation, I can't approve of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is not self-defense if you have the upper hand.
Yeah.
If you have more weapons and you have the control of the situation and you murder people, you know what I mean? Like, and
don't murder people.
Don't murder people.
If
but
you want to be the good guy, don't murder people.
I liked him a lot in this episode in terms of his, like, portrayal, and I thought I think that, like, he is.
That's why I don't think he kidnapped the girl, because, like, I think that's the less interesting choice, you know?
Yeah, because if he's hiding that in the background, it's like, okay, well, yeah, like,
obviously you're the villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. I'm actually really curious to see what happened to her, or maybe she just like she might be, like, dead somewhere. Like, the protomolecule might have gotten her somehow. Like, you know, this, like, technology, we have no idea what it's doing. It might have, like, gotten her somehow.
Yeah. What's her name? The oh my god, the belter that they have on the ship. She's fucking great, and her story's heartbreaking. The scene between her and her husband, like, that was...
Yeah, go Steve!
That both of them, though, like, from an acting perspective, because you know that, like, they're acting to a green screen. Like, a literal, it's going to be a green placard on the wall for her. And both of them were just giving it.
Yeah.
And that was a fucking phenomenal scene.
Yeah.
Really, like, perfectly acted. Like, the emotions were so strong. Playing against the delay thing that they put into the show for all their communications was fucking awesome. Like...
Yeah.
And he was great, and he's not wrong, right? Like, she was also, like, not 100% wrong. She was definitely in the wrong, but he kind of came out of nowhere this episode and was, like, delivered a fucking banger performance. Another, like, small part in the Expanse that just fucking nails it.
Guys, this is why you cast Canadians. There's a few good ones up here.
Yeah, where do you think this is going, though?
Well, that thing, like, exploded, and it looked like a fucking, like, atomic bomb. Or, like, a volcano of some kind. Like, what if the planet... So, lithium is used for batteries, right? For power? What if the planet's not a planet?
I think it's a planet.
No, I don't think it's a planet.
I mean, I think
it's a transformer.
Unicron, what are you doing here?
Well, like, it might be. I don't know.
If this is the prequel to the Michael Bay Transformers universe, I will lose my shit.
That would be hilarious. No, not enough explosions.
Bumblebee.
Never watched.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Except for the new one, which was bad. It was bad.
It was fun.
It was bad.
I tried it.
You said it was bad.
Oh, it's definitely not good.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I like, in comparison to the Bay movies, I definitely enjoyed it more.
I just think that, like,
the third act just, like, it was just like, and now it's finale time, and it was like, oh, okay.
I just think the scale on with what is happening on the planet, and the fact that there's so much lithium.
See, I think
seems like it's got to be some kind of power source.
I think it's the opposite. I think the protomolecule went and chose that planet in this solar system because the protomolecule needs power.
Okay.
And so it's
It's just pulling on
much
the
like how it took over all of Eros. It has taken over this whole planet, but I think the planet was there first.
Right.
And the protomolecule seeped into the lithium mines, and has turned it into this like giant Energizer bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I'm curious where it's going. I'm enjoying the show right now, but I don't really see a direction for much of like the Ilus people have to survive what's about to come. Avasarala and Gao's political thing, like I don't really see like narratively what we're doing, and I'm hopeful I get a little bit more vibe of that in the second half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a lot of setup of some stuff, and I'm interested in a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I also feel like this season just kind of has an interesting these threads that just kind of pop in and out. Like Bobby just kind of comes in, and then I don't really know what's going on with her. Like there's a whole like drug dealer turned like weapons manufacturer plotline for her.
What was the thing that they stole again?
They stole a tight beam antenna.
Oh, that was it.
To send messages.
Right.
And so I think that once once some of these disparate threads, once I start to understand how they're connected a little bit more, I'll be able to get a little bit more invested in them.
Yeah, fair.
But like, you know,
we needed to come together.
These characters just are kind of weaving out of the story.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on with Drummer and Marco Inaros and all of that stuff, and how that connects to Avasarala, how that connects to Bobby, how that connects to Ilus. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really enjoying the show because I love these characters and I love being with them.
Mm-hmm.
But narratively, season 4 hasn't been the most satisfying thing to like sit in. The way that like season 3 and season 2 kind of had like this like motion and this like thing that we were all doing together.
Yeah. Okay.
And how like that, even in season 1, it was like, oh, the protomolecule and how it affects all of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Ilus was going to affect all of the other people, but they're all sort of reacting to other things. And like, I don't know that Bobby's plotline has been affected by Ilus in the way that her plotline was affected by things in past seasons.
Oh, okay.
And I think that maybe that's where I'm getting that feeling from a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, fair.
Maybe. And maybe that's just the nature of the book, right? Like, this does kind of feel like we're pivoting towards a very different story. That the first 3 seasons are kind of a story. And I think that it might be a little bit of the, like, I want that show, and this show is trying to become a different show.
Mm-hmm.
And so, internally, I am, like, resisting that pivot. Okay. And I need to, like, let that pivot take me a little bit more.
Okay.
Because obviously the show's becoming something very different for whatever... it wouldn't surprise me if Marco Inaros became the bad guy of the next 3 seasons, right? Or something like that, where we got the like points, we got to the opening of the door, which is the first 3 seasons, and like the opening of the door is a harder line in the sand between ideas than I think I was ready for with this show. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Maybe
yeah. No, I hear you.
It's just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited to see more of this, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then read the books. And then play the TTRPG game by Green Ronin Publishing, who sent it to us. Thank you, Green Ronin.
That'll be fun.
If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is...
Naomi, for that banger speech.
Naomi Nagata.
Yeah.
Crazy hacker, medical professional, flyer of starships. What can't the woman do?
Truly.
What can't the woman do?
Well, she can't live on a planet.
Wow. Fuck you.
Sorry.
That was so awful.
You asked.
You know what? Alex was prodding at that lady's open wound, but you just poked right at Naomi's. If you want to follow us on the internet, you can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Pilaris.
Do something nerdy tonight, y'all. Bye.
Bye.